Good evening and welcome back to the Owls Playbook. I'm your host, Nate Wallenhopt, and we're back for yet another episode. I'm sorry for last week. I didn't get to record one, unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances and people not being able to find good timing. So we're back this week, though, and I'm here with a man who has arms the size of my whole entire head, speed of a cheetah, and when at the plate, the eyes of a hawk. Please welcome Tommy Ahlers.
How's it going?
How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. How you been?
I'm doing great. Can't complain.
Not gonna lie, I walked in and I saw that hat. Same exact hat.
No way.
Dude, it's my favorite fitted hat that I have.
The city editions are crazy.
I got
hated
it.
at first.
I got it in Boston. Me and my buddies, we went out for it was like his birthday, and we just went there, and they had like I don't know what it's called, but they had the day for it, and they were selling like all the jerseys and the hats, and we got it on that day.
Yes,
it was pretty
dude.
cool.
So awesome. Love this style, dude. It's so awesome.
The colorway is crazy. I love it.
Yes.
It's my favorite. The yellow, you
Boston.
can't go wrong with the yellow.
Yeah,
It's
it's
amazing.
the colors. It's just, you got the Boston colors. You got the actual feel behind the city.
It's beautiful.
Everything works.
Yeah.
It's awesome. All right. So tell us a little about yourself, where you're from, your major, your class, all that jazz.
So I'm a New Hampshire native. I'm
Okay.
from Salem, New Hampshire. It's about an hour and a half east of here.
Sure.
Sophomore here, construction management major, minor in business, and yeah, that's about it really for school wise.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Construction management. There you go.
It's an easy pickup, and like my dad does it. So,
Awesome.
And like I've grown up seeing him do it, and I was like, it's not a bad idea. And like this is the best, like one of the best schools in the country for it.
Really?
So like I came in actually undeclared
Okay.
because I didn't know what I was gonna do, and then like Keene's really good when it comes to people who are like undeclared, and they put me through all these like different courses, and I found construction management, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna fit. Like I'm down with that.
That's
So
fantastic.
that's what I stuck with.
Yeah, that's great. All right. So let's get right into it. So, as I said, you've got some Hulk-sized biceps. So I want to know, how long have you been working out? What's your gym routine? Just talk to me about
Oh
that.
man. So I really started working out probably my sophomore year of high school.
No kidding.
And that was because I grew up my whole life playing football. I played it for 12 years.
Wow.
And like my coach always like pushed me. He always thought I had a lot of potential. So in the weight room especially, he was like pushing me. And like
Sure.
my best friend growing up, it was always me and him. We were button heads. We were always like right next to each other. One wanted to beat the other. And so like it translated in the weight room. And so eventually we hit puberty, you know, normal high school stuff.
Of course.
And then like we just like blew up. Like we just stuck to it, got big, and like just ate together, worked out together, did everything together, and we both like put on some size that way.
There you
And
go.
then college, the abundance of food, you know, just like there's food everywhere.
Yeah.
So I got to college, I gained like 15 pounds in a semester, and I was like, holy crap.
Freshman 15.
Oh yeah, it caught me fast.
Yeah,
It caught
fair
me
to say.
fast.
Yeah.
I'll say that, yeah.
Awesome. All right. So you've been working out for quite some time. So that
Yeah.
explains it.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
So does that explain why you hit the ball so well and so strong?
Yeah, I say it's got a good reason behind it. I mean, like, if you were to watch my swing
Yep.
beginning of the season, I don't have a good swing.
Okay.
But like, I figured it. I was able to figure it out and like change a few things. But definitely having some strength behind me is the reason I can hit the ball pretty damn good.
That's
right now.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So you said, like, when you came in, your swing wasn't that great.
No.
So talk to me. How did it get better? How did you manage to end up hitting over 300 as a freshman?
So we'll start off this way.
Okay.
Like working out is amazing and like getting big is like awesome.
Yeah.
But like translating it to sports, like athletically as an athlete, you
Yeah.
don't like depending on what you do, obviously. Like baseball is not a big guy sport. Like it is and it isn't.
Sure.
Like if you look at my build, like yeah, I have big biceps, but if you look at a guy like a really good baseball player, they don't have big arms.
Sure.
Because you can't, like, it makes it so much harder to throw. Having big shoulders, awful. Big chest, it's terrible because I have no mobility.
Exactly.
So, like, I figured that out when I came into college, and I had to, like, really step back. I had to change my routines. I had to change, like, half the things that I did, I had to change because of baseball. And I'm kind of glad I did because now I feel healthier.
Yeah.
Like, I actually feel like I can move around, and it's not as difficult. And, like, doing the things I have to do in baseball, I was getting, like, small, like, minor injuries. Like, I was pulling muscles, and I was straining muscles because everything was so tight.
Yeah.
From lifting the way I did. So now I just feel better. Like I'm just all around feel better.
That's great.
Yeah, it is great.
So did you pick up track as, like, to help you improve for everything besides muscle-wise? Or-
Yeah, actually. I did it as like a for two reasons. I did it because I feel like I've always been a pretty fast guy. Like even
Clearly.
like in high school and in baseball, I've always been pretty fast. But like last winter, I put on another like 15 pounds after the freshman 15.
Yeah.
And I got up to like 210, like
Jeez.
which is like heavy for me because I'm like right around 6 foot. So 210 at 6 foot is like pretty solid, but it gets
Sure.
to be too beefy. So I did that so I wouldn't gain as much weight and I would stay mobile. That way I
Smart.
wouldn't have to even think about it. I would just naturally, like, I was running obviously through track, so I don't have to think about it. And then I started like, I'm a really competitive guy. Like it could be literally anything, like eating food. Like I'll beat you. I'll eat food faster than you. Like that's like,
I mean, that's debatable. You're talking
like,
to me right now, man.
it's like I'll compete with anything. It could be the smallest thing and I'll compete. So like doing track, like I started realizing that I could really compete in this sport. So I was like, all right, like I'm actually going to like try, like this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to see what I can do. And then I started getting pretty good at it. And
There you
now
go.
I'm just having fun and it's awesome.
Yeah. So, again, another translation. Did that translate into you managing to be tied for most stolen bases with 21 stolen bases last season?
We will see.
Okay.
Last year,
Mhm.
it was you said 21.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't look at the stats in that regard, so I don't know. But
Well, I can tell you all your stats.
hopefully, it's gonna. I hope it'll translate. I think that I really
Sure.
think it will, and I think it'll help us win a championship this year and make playoffs and do all that good stuff. So that's actually my main goal. Is I want to get better for myself and for the team, so that
Yes.
collectively, like, we can get to playoffs this year and we can have a shot to win the championship and like actually like have Keene State be looked at as like a threat from like the other teams in our conference.
Absolutely.
That was the main goal, honestly.
That's smart, and that's good for the rest of your team. That shows heart. And I was talking to one of your teammates actually a couple days ago, and I was asking him, and I want to ask you the same question. So whenever I go to the DC, you guys are always sitting as a team. I was talking to Jeff Hunter last week about it. Like they're always together. They're always like with each other as a team. That's what helps win. Do you feel the same way about that? Do you feel like having that team is what makes win?
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that, and I think especially like I don't know how the other teams are. I mean, besides like select a couple people, but like we are always together. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter like what we're doing, we are always together. Like we'll go to the gym together. We'll obviously practice and everything like that together. But like we go to the DC together because like it's right after practice. We're all like extremely tired and like we just go in. We're just all sitting next to each other talking and like that's just how it is. Like you have your friend group.
Yep.
You'll go eat with them.
Of course.
At lunch or dinner, whatever. Like that's our friend group. Like yeah, it's 30, 40 guys because it's a full team, but we're all a big friend group. Like then there's not like little cliques in between it either. Like we are just a big friend group.
That's
so
awesome.
like I'm out here like these are like my brothers now. I've known them for I'm only a sophomore, so I've known these guys for like a year and a half.
Yep.
These are my brothers. Like they're like my best friends. So they're like really the only people, and I'm fine with just being around them too. Like they're guys that I love having in my life.
Sure.
So it's like, yeah, I think it does help a lot.
That's great. That's great to hear because I love walking in and seeing that all you guys are together, and that's great to hear that you guys have that friendship outside of just playing ball together because that's going to help. That's going to translate.
Oh, I definitely agree.
For sure. So another thing, so you're a dual sport athlete. You also managed to make the LEC honor roll.
I didn't even know about that.
I'm giving you information you didn't even know.
Yeah, honestly, like, actually, I knew about that, like, as of a couple of days ago, so my mom texted me.
Yep.
And she goes, so my mom's been my, like, this is a different topic. My mom's been, like, my biggest, like, pusher, like, through my whole life. She's always, like, you know how, like, some moms are like, oh, it's okay, like, you'll get it the next time.
Yeah.
She's the type of person to look at me and be like, really? That's all you could do? Like, I know you, like, really? Like, she's like, a different type of, like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, she'll give me, like, the dad side. You know how most dads will be like, come on, like, that type of person? Like, that's my mom. My mom's the one that's, like, up my butt about things.
Really?
So, like, at first, like, my name wasn't, so normally, like, when they do the honor roll, it's, like, my last name's Ahlers, so normally I'm at the top. But this year they did it, like, for our team, they did it based off, like, who had the highest GPA. So I was, like, right in the middle.
Okay.
And my mom didn't see my name right at the top. She goes, Tommy, what the hell's going on? Like, what? Did you not make honor roll? I was like, oh, dude, I have no idea. So I looked, and I was like, oh, no, I'm in the middle. She goes, you better be keeping those grades up, or I ain't paying for nothing this semester. I was like, oh, God, all right.
Yeah.
So she's on me about, like, everything.
So that answers my question there. So you
Yeah.
got someone on your tail about it, and that's how you're holding these grades?
I mean, that's not the main reason. Like, obviously, I want to do good, and
Good.
like, obviously, I want to like, hopefully, like, the better I do here, the easier it'll be, like, when I get out of college.
Sure.
But she's definitely a big push for me in my college career with like everything I do, honestly.
Yeah. You managed to juggle everything really well, it seems, which is very awesome to see.
Yeah, it's actually not as hard as you think it would be.
Okay.
Because I'm having fun doing it.
That's great.
It's honest, like that's the easiest. Like it might sound like cheesy to say it, but like I'm having so much fun doing it.
That's awesome.
It's
dude.
a good time.
Yeah. Fantastic. Great to hear. All right. So, another question that I'm going to get into right now is, so you managed to hold everything really well. And you managed to do everything really well. Okay. Now tell me, what is your biggest challenge juggling all these things?
My biggest challenge is like keeping like energy. Like
Okay.
yeah, it is your like I said, it's like fun, so it makes it easier. But like even so tomorrow, for example, is my big day where it's like I have everything. So I have 3 classes tomorrow. So I have my schedule set up. So I have 3 classes on Monday, Wednesday, and then I have a 3-hour class on Tuesday, Thursday. So tomorrow I have my 3 classes. So from 8 to 10, and then 10 to 12, and then 12 to 2.
Okay.
Those classes, and those are like my harder classes. And then right after that, I have track practice at 2:00, and then I have that from 2:00 to 3:30, and then at 3:30 I have baseball from 3:30 to like 6:30 or 7.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So like I'll be like they'll be warming up upstairs on that track, and like they'll all make fun of me because I walk in with my rice bowl, like because obviously like track people. Actually, I don't want to stereotype them, but I'm big for a track guy. For a sprinter, I'm pretty big for a D3 track guy. So like they'll all make fun of me because like, oh, look at Tommy walking in with his rice bowl. Like I walk in and I'm like shoving food in my mouth just because I haven't eaten all day. So it's like it's definitely a challenge trying to just like have energy throughout the day, and especially at the end of the day, like I'll get to baseball practice and my coach will look at me and be like, dude, you look like crap. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, it's been a long day.
So then answer me that question. How do you maintain that energy?
Definitely make sure that I eat. That is the biggest thing for me, is getting food in when I can. So I like, and my teachers will hold me in until until they have to. Like they won't let me leave early. Yeah. So it's like I literally have 15 minutes to get to Lloyd's or the DC, get a little bit of food, and then get to my next class so I'm not late. So it's like it's one after the other. But and the good thing is though too is my coaches understand. So like when I show up to track practice with a rice bowl, my coach is like, all right, take a few minutes, like eat your rice bowl, like get ready, like do your thing. I'm like, all right, and that like helps me out. And then also like sleeping. Yep. Like me and my roommate, it's a good thing. My roommate Dan Kintaffy, we both try to get in bed at around 10:30. Like just be in bed.
Good for you.
And like watch YouTube or whatever on our laptops, whatever. And then we'll both be asleep by like 11:30. So it's like, yeah, it's not like too early, but like for me, for like stuff I got to do, it's good enough for me. So it helps that like he's on the same page as me, like sleep wise.
That is definitely helpful.
Yeah, very helpful.
Be held up all
very
night
helpful.
long.
Oh, so. Yeah, that was one thing I said. I was like, dude, when I want to go to bed, you ain't playing GTA. Like, we're going to bed. And he was like, oh, dude, same for me. Like we're around the same, so it's perfect.
That is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what are your biggest goals for the time that you finish here at Keene? So like your whether that's socially, athletically, academically, all of the above, or something else. What do you hope to achieve?
First and foremost, I want to win a championship.
Okay.
Like the personal side of that, I went all through high school and I didn't win a single championship in any sport. And I played baseball, football. I played lacrosse for a season. I don't know why, but I did. And I did indoor track, and like I wrestled. Like I didn't win any. I had never won a championship, and so like I think we got the good crew here, like a good enough crew here of guys to get it done. So like that's my main goal here. Socially, I'm just trying. Like I'm in college, man. Like I'm trying to have a good time.
Of course.
Like I'm here to make friends. Like I'm here to play ball. I'm here to run track, go to school. Like I want to enjoy it. You know. Like I'm only gonna do this once. Like for real. Like living in a dorm, getting the real college experience. I'm only going to do it one time. Like, absolutely. Yeah, I can come back and get, like, a master's or whatever, but I don't want to be in a dorm when I'm 26.
No.
So, like, I just want to have fun now. Like, just do what I got to do and have a good time doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you find the time for it, which is crazy, but good for you.
Yeah. Crazy, not impossible, but
Yeah.
I will say it's a little crazy.
Yeah, it's tricky for sure.
Yeah.
So, your first game against McDaniel.
hmm
How do you feel about that? How do you feel?
I'm so excited. Like
Yep.
I'm so excited. Like just being at a practice like every day and seeing like especially like the freshmen, watching them get better. Like seeing like the guys that I played with last year, like my class, from being freshmen to now sophomores. Like everyone's different. Like guys are bigger, they're stronger, they're faster. Their mentalities are different. We're more matured. Like
Yes.
the guys that were goofballs last year are like the guys I'd love to see be captains. Like
Wow.
this year, next year, the year after. Like it's crazy. Like the change and especially like the mentality and like Coach Blood, a great guy, great coach, best coach I've ever had. Taught me so much, and like he like has put into our heads like what does he want our team identity to be. So it's like once like we all like thought about it that way, like a lot of things have changed in just a year. So like I'm really fired up about this season to see how it goes because I think we got a good shot at making it pretty far.
So today they had the LEC rank you guys at 6th.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's a fair rating.
Okay.
I truly believe it's a fair rating for how we performed last year and like amongst the other teams. Like we're in a really good conference. Like you got Eastern, you got Southern Maine, Rhode Island College, Dartmouth. Like they're all really good teams. Like 2 of those teams are nationally ranked.
Yep.
EastCon won the national championship 2 years ago.
Okay.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
So like, am I mad about their rating? No. Am I excited to prove it wrong? Hell yeah, I am. Like I think we're gonna do really damn good this year. I don't. There's not many teams that I think are gonna stop us. Really.
Great answer. Fantastic answer.
I'm so excited for it.
I'm excited to watch you guys play.
It's gonna be a really good time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
For sure. Is there anything that you want to talk about today? Anything that's important to you? Because again, the point of this show is to talk about everything athletically, but also things that might be on your mind that are important to you as a human being outside of the athletic world. So tell me, is there anything important that you want to discuss?
I would say the biggest thing I noticed, and I think it's just like a normal stereotype thing, is like people look at us differently. Like I saw when you were talking to Jeff Hunter about this. Like I'm just a normal guy too.
Yep.
Like yeah, it's Jeff Hunter. Like he's like a pretty big dude that you see around campus. Like he's a
giant.
Yeah, he's not only like physically, but like his presence itself. So like we're just normal guys.
Exactly.
Like, and yeah, we're like always at the lunch table or dinner table like with our group. But like I love having friends that don't play sports. Like
Sure.
like I think that more people could definitely like talk to us more and like we can obviously talk to them more. It's like it doesn't just have to be just us and just basketball and just like field hockey. I think like the school as a whole could come together a lot better than it does right now. And I wish it was, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it's not like we are. It's not like we're Division I where it's like we don't do anything. Like, yeah, I still go out here and there like once or twice a month if I can.
Yeah.
But like when I do, I like to be able to socialize with like guys that don't play sports and girls that don't play sports and like all this other stuff. And I just wish like people like came together more. You know what I mean?
That's great to hear. And I really enjoy hearing that as somebody who's not an athlete and as somebody who brought this show in for you guys. That's really cool to hear. And I hope that everybody who's watching and listening right now takes that into consideration. Because as he just said, it's not about who you are, what you're doing, if you're an athlete, if you're a music major, if you're like anything at all. Just get to know each other. So I really like that, Tommy. That's really cool to hear.
It's gotta be like honestly like, and when those like moments do happen, like it's kind of like those are my favorite parts of the day. Is like when we have time off and like there's like a gathering, and I'll go to it and like someone will come to me like, yo, I saw you on like say I got like I don't know some LEC award. Be like, oh, you're the kid that ran track the other day. I was like, yeah, and then like those like start talking to me and like. I like building like those friendships of just like those little conversations, and it's honestly like my favorite part because like I never knew who this person was, and they like found out about me through this, and now I get to like talk to them, and now it's not like it started because I play sports, but now like I get to talk to them about like other things, and like and that build a friendship off that. So like that's like my favorite part about it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You don't let it get to your head. You want to talk to people about it. You want to talk to more people. You want to be open. That's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. Well, thank you for sharing that. And
Yeah, of course.
thank you for coming on. Like this has
Anytime,
been
man.
great. So I'm excited to watch you play this season. I'm sure everybody's excited to watch you play this season. Keep running hard. Keep being a great human being, because it sure seems like you are one of those people. So keep it up, my friend.
Of course.
All right? Great to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And to everybody watching, thank you for tuning in again. This show has been a hit, and I really appreciate all of you for continuing to tune in and for continuing to support it. We have another special guest next week. Hopefully it will not be canceled. Hopefully. But we will see. So hopefully I'll see you guys next week, but I'll definitely see you again soon. Thank you, and have a great weekend.